In the previous video, we solved example 1 algebraically using these steps. So we first found the LCD. We removed any parentheses by using distributive property. We combined all of our like terms. We divided both sides. And then we talked about checking your solution, but we didn't actually do that. And so here was our problem for example 1, and we got down here to where x equaled -63. Okay, you do need to know how to solve problems, maybe not necessarily like this algebraically, but like this right here. Okay, I don't really care so much about the LCD portion, but if you're given a problem like right here, you should be able to solve multi-step equations. But we can also solve any type of equation graphically, and so that's what I want to cover in this video. We're going to use Desmos to solve the previous problem graphically using what is called the intersection method. And so here I just simply have a screenshot of how you would do this in Desmos. And then we're going to try using this in example 2. Okay, but you can see here, if this is what my problem is, all I am doing is I am taking one side of the equation and putting it in as my first line. I'm taking the right side of the equation and putting it over here as my second line. And so what's going to happen is you're going to see those two graphs and my solution is where they met. So we got -63. So here's kind of a screenshot as to how to use this graphically, or how to use Desmos to solve graphically using this intersection method. Okay, so you can go ahead and you can try this in your on Desmos yourself, but let's just jump right here into example 2. Example 2 says solve the equation 2w minus 3 over 4 equals w over 3 plus 1. So we're going to try using Desmos to solve this equation rather than algebraically the way we did in that first video. Now I do have this helpful hint here. Even though the variable in this problem is w, when we type this in, we are going to be using x. So in my line 1, I will put 2x minus 3 over 4. And then in my line 2, I will put x over 3 plus 1. When we are using Desmos to solve these graphically, we always want to use x no matter what that variable is, okay? So let's split the screen here and we will go to Desmos. And again, mine just kind of shows desmos.com/calculator. That's the one we want. Okay, so we'll type in our two equations and I want to change sides here. Okay. Okay, so line 1. To get this fraction here, I'm going to go ahead and hit the fraction or like the divide button first to get that fraction. 2x over 3 or minus 3 all over 4. So you can see that line that it represents. And then x over 3 arrow over plus 1. So here are my two lines. Now, from this viewing window that I see, I can't see the intersection yet. Okay, but I can see it's getting closer and closer and that it's about to intersect right over here. So you can either zoom out by using your graph settings here, or I'm just going to kind of scroll over and there's my intersection. So if I click on either of these lines, it doesn't matter which one, you're going to see that gray point. I'm going to click on that, and that is my answer right there. So here in Desmos, we get the ordered pair. 10.5, comma 4.5. Because we typed in using x, my answer here is this x coordinate. And so if I'm actually solving, the variable we were solving for wasn't x, it was w. So I would say that w equals 10.5. So we will be using the intersection method quite a bit in this class. So you do want to get at least familiar. This is more of just to expose you to it. Hopefully we get really good at this by the end of the class though.